from January the 10th, children will have the opportunity to roll up their sleeves and get their vaccine as part of this expansion of the COVID-19 vaccination program. This follows advice from the Commonwealth's expert advisory group, ATAGI, who were looking at the clinical parameters to set around this vaccine rollout, and they've reported back to the federal government with their advice, which includes the recommendation that the dosage between the first and the second shot be extended to 2 months, something that has been recommended after examining evidence from overseas, particularly in North America, about how the vaccine has proven effective in North American children, particularly in Canada. The TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Administration, had already given its tick of approval in terms of the safety aspect, but the ATAGI hurdle was the last one to clear before this can happen, and bookings will open in late December for parents to get their kids vaccinated ahead of the school year. What needs to happen now is some more training of staff around the country who will be administering these vaccines, everyone from GPs to nurses and, of course, pharmacists. The dosage is significantly less than what is given to the adult population. It's a third of the dose given to people over the age of 11, and there are even different coloured vials from Pfizer containing the child doses to avoid any sort of mix-up there. The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, says this should provide peace of mind to parents out there who have been worried that their children were vulnerable to COVID-19 having not been vaccinated, but he is insisting that all of the checks and balances have been cleared to ensure that this is 100% safe for Australian children to receive their shot.
As a parent, there are no more important decisions that you make than those you make about the health and well-being of your children. And we want to make sure that we have been one of the first countries in North America, in the United States and Canada, having observed their experience and looked at their results, to be able to move to vaccinations for 5 to 11-year-olds.
And Matthew, National Cabinet is meeting this afternoon. What's on the agenda there?
Well, the top priority is for the Prime Minister, Premiers and Chief Ministers to be briefed on the latest data surrounding the Omicron variant of COVID-19. The overwhelming message from health authorities so far has been for calm across the country while they examine exactly how this new variant of COVID-19 is behaving. We've seen that it might be more transmissible, but so far the evidence is suggesting that it is not presenting as severe a form of the illness as other variants have done so in the past. That is certainly the message that's coming from the Secretary of the Federal Health Department, Brendan Murphy. He's saying that that his team and health authorities across Australia continue to look at the examples overseas of those countries that have more cases of the Omicron variant to try to assess just what risk it poses to the Australian community.
We're still doing lab tests on this variant, and as I said before, there is a suggestion that the vaccines will benefit from a booster to protect against this strain. We don't know how it will spread in Australia, but we do know that it is here, certainly in Sydney, and it is likely to spread. But we don't need to panic. We just need to study it more and, very importantly, make sure we get boosters. What we've seen across this country now with the sustained transmission in Victoria and New South Wales is very low rates of hospitalisation and severe disease in the vaccinated population.
That's the Federal Health Secretary, Brendan Murphy there. Now, of course, the Omicron variant has had an impact on Australia's plans to reopen international borders. It was a week and a half ago that we were expecting to see skilled workers and international students entering the country once more, but that was delayed by a fortnight because of those concerns about the Omicron variant. The Prime Minister saying he does expect the international borders to open again on the 15th of December, so next Wednesday, but that will be a matter up for discussion at National Cabinet today.